Hey crypto gang, it's Nanicrypto back with you with a new trading video. For those of you who have already watched this video, no, it's not deja vu. It's the same Ichimoku cloud explanation that I did yesterday. However, we had a few glimpse issues with the video and the audio was really far behind. So I'm going to try and make today's video shorter. I don't know if it was due to it was quite, I think it was about 35 minutes yesterday, but I still am going to explain everything in detail, and we're going to go through all the components like we did yesterday. So hopefully you will be able to see that in the charts. Obviously, I want to thank everybody who's joining me. Thank you to all the supporters, the subscribers. Please remember to comment and like the video if you like the content, and of course share the content so that other people can learn how to use these trading tips that we're giving you. Bitcoin's currently sitting at about 6,444. It's been going up and down. I know it's a crazy market at the moment. I know there's a lot of people out there creating a lot of FUD and FOMO. Don't ask me if I think this is the bottom, because I don't know. The only thing I am 100% sure is that for us to be certain that the bottom has been reached, we need to see a significant volume, a significant buying volume. So if we quickly jump over to the chart, this is for the newbies, this is tradingview.com. We are running on the 343. This is the boss method that we have set up. Intellectual property from Brandon Kelly, big shout out to him. And this is currently where Bitcoin's at. And by I mean by a big volume, so the volume that we have is down here. You guys may not be able to see it very well in the video, so try and see if I can make a change to those. So the white, I'll just change. I've actually changed it, and I've been using just whites, and just so it doesn't get confused with the candles. But as you can see, the last time we had a bounce was kind of back here at at like 68. We had a huge volume, so the only thing I know for sure is that unless we see a big spike in volume, in buying volume, it's going to continue to go lower, and we haven't seen that yet. The only good thing we can see right now, just quickly with that Bitcoin chart, is if I quickly jump into the daily, we can see that the RSI for that Bitcoin is currently sitting at about 28. So that's a good thing. But again, we still can't see the volume. So until we get that volume, I think it's going to continue to go lower. I've got a support about 6,300. I think there's another one at 6, another one at 5.9. So we've just got to wait and see what happens. However, in the meantime, one of the things I have learned from trading is we need to use the time that we have. Like right now, I'm all in BTC, so I closed all my positions today. Some of those were at a loss, but I'm not going to hang around and wait for those to spike, because I think Bitcoin will continue to go down. So one of the things I try to do during these times is to use the different indicators and learn how to read those trading indicators. So I'm going to just jump into a coin, one of the very few coins that is currently up in the market. Now this is the 343. Now the Ichimoku cloud, one of the main things that we need to remember is that when we run the Ichimoku cloud, I like to run it on the 1 hour time frame. So this is a 343. For those running the free account, that would be the 4-hour chart. So I'm going to change that here. And while I'm doing this video, I'm really hoping it doesn't happen the same thing that happened yesterday, because that was insane. 32-minute video with so much lagging. Hopefully it will work out well this time. Okay, so the time we're going to use this time around, we're going to use the 1 hour time frame. You can use any kind of time frame. The important thing you need to remember is it automatically calculates the system used based on your time frame. So, and it will update it. So if I change to a 4-hour chart, then the Ichimoku cloud will change, right? Same as if I take it down to a 1 hour. But you need to decide what kind of trader you are. So if you're like a short-term trader, you'd be trading probably anywhere between like say 5 minutes and 4 hours. And if you're like a long-term trader, you might be doing like 6 hours to daily or weekly. So once you've decided that, then you can decide what time frame you're going to use for the Ichimoku cloud. Now, how do we turn it on? We jump here into the indicators and we do Ichimoku cloud. It's a built-in indicator, and this is the cloud that we're going to be using. Ichimoku cloud, just here within the indicators, and you click on that. Now, I've already got it set up, so I'm not going to add it, but I am going to turn it off. So today we won't be focusing on the boss method. However, I will add a link in the description for that method if you would like to learn how to use that. We're going to turn that off for today, and we are going to turn on the Ichimoku cloud. Now, if it ever happens to you that you turn it on and you get this white screen or dark screen without any chart at all, you just need to move your mouse up and down until you can see the chart. That's what we do. Okay, now I'm going to turn off all of these lines for now. Okay, so it just leaves a chart, and I'm going to start one by one. So if you click on the inputs, you'll see that you have 4 areas that are laid out in the inputs. You have the conversion line, which is the Tenkan line, which is our green line. So that's the Tenkan line, and that I will be referring to it as a Tenkan line from now on. We have the Kinjun line, which is the blue line, excuse me, and that one's currently running on the 26th. So that's the baseline, which is called the Kijun. And then we've got the lagging span, which I have it set to the pink one. And then we also have the Kumo cloud, which we turn on by turning all of these on. Okay. But like I mentioned, that's just a quick explanation of the different components, and we'll go through one by one. Now, if you are trying to understand how this component works, you'll need to select the change here and then click on OK. So we're going to start with the Tenkan. So the Tenkan is a moving average at a 9 time frame, and that basically, as you can see, it's very close to the price and to the candle action. I'm charting this as we speak, and I'm thinking this coin is a really good buy at the moment. I'm trying not to buy because I don't know what Bitcoin's going to do. However, I'm just quickly going to check. It's gone up, wow, 10% in the last hour. Okay, so Tenkan, green line, and it's basically very close to the price or the candle. We are then going to look at the baseline, which is the Kijun, again running off the 26 line period. And basically what those 2 lines are going to allow us to focus on is the present. So one thing I forgot to mention, so Ichimoku means first sight. So in theory, if you're using this method, you should be able to look at a chart and basically decide this is a good buy-in or it's not. But the other really important thing is it will give you past, present, and future on what the coin's current momentum is. So when we look at the different components, we'll see how each component will align to and allow us to foresee what the future might do, look at what the present's currently doing, and then see where it was in the past. Okay, so the Tenkan and the Kijun, which are the green and blue lines, will show us the present. Next one. The lagging span, now this line has also been coined the span line, the lagging indicator, or the delayed indicator. And basically what this indicator shows us is, sorry, I quickly forgot to show you. So it's 52 behind, but it's like 26 bars. So if I go from the current price and I go all the way back, I can see 26 bars behind where that span line is. And that's one of the really important indicators when we're using the Ichimoku cloud. The next one is the cloud. I'm just going to turn the 3 on. And this is where we're at with the cloud. Okay, so a couple things to note with the cloud. We have, so that's basically the cloud. Let me change this so we can read it properly. I'll change that to yellow so we can see it. So that's anything that's red will show me negative momentum. Anything that's green, so just trying to, anything that's green will show me positive momentum. And basically you go through the chart looking at where it's at. So one thing to note about this chart is we have had, this actually goes all the way back here. Wow, this has been on a downtrend for a while. So this chart has currently been on a downtrend since where are we? The 5th of June, so for about 7 days now. Now, using the different components, we are going to determine when we should buy and when we should sell. Now, this is one of the main reasons I decided to redo this video, was because when I tried to show it last time, you guys couldn't see where I was explaining the indicators. So the reason I chose this coin is because right now is a very good indicator of a possible bullish momentum in the chart. So what do we look for to determine a bullish momentum in a chart when we're using this method? Number one, is the price currently above the cloud? Number one. Number two, is my Tekken, I know you might not be able to see it, I'm just going to move this one out of the way for a second. If I put my mouse on top, you'll see that the green, I don't know if you can see that, I might just try and zoom in a little. The green is just above the blue. So we're going to bring this one back down again. So that's my price. And this is number one. Looks more like an L, but it doesn't matter. Number two, the Tenkan, which is the green line, is currently above the blue line. And that will be indicator number two. Now, the span line is also a very important component of this chart. However, there are two different ways of looking at the chart, at the span line. Now, most of the videos that I've seen regarding the Ichimoku cloud literally tell me if the span is above the price, so the price is our candles, then that would be my third indicator. Now, remember guys, these are my buy signals. Now, in an ideal world, you should have all three signals met before you do anything. However, I have also heard from another video when I was trying to get all the information together for this video, is that you should wait until the span not only is above the price, but is also above the cloud. And that, I guess, would be less riskier. So if you enter a trade there, it would be less risky than entering it here. However, if we were, so around here, where my mouse is, so just above the cloud, see how much you'd be missing out on. You'd be missing out on 2%. So it's actually not a bad idea to wait until it goes above the cloud. It's, I guess, confirmation that it's currently it's got a bull momentum. Now the other indicator, and what I was talking about, the cloud, is the cloud can also foresee where the coin could be. Now in the clouds we have what we call twists. Now here we can't see a twist. Just going to move back a little bit here. So when there was green, and we'll come back to this area when we go to determine the bearish signals, is that when the twist occurs, it goes from being bearish to bullish and bullish to bearish. So when we have a twist, like it must have occurred, it's quite hard to read, but it must have occurred just there on the way up, and we get this green cloud, it's an indicator that this chart has bullish momentum. All the indicators are pointing to it being a buy at the moment. So right now, if I was following this method, I would buy Vibe, because everything, all of my charts, all of my indicators are being met, and it's currently in a bullish moment. Okay, so these were all the components that we missed out on the last video. Now, let's go back up here, and we're going to, I know this can be quite hard to understand, so we're just going to try and ride the bearish momentums over here. So just a quick recap. If we were back in early June and I wanted to buy this coin, when would I have bought? Okay, here, so our first indicator was my green was above my blue, and that crossed over. That's exactly where the blue is. I think it crossed over around here. My green was above my blue, the price was above the cloud, the span was above the price and the cloud, and then, so we could have bought in there. Okay. Now here we can see that, so then it kind of went sideways and then it started to go up. So ignoring the fact that there was a very small crossover here, and see here the fact that the price is still above the cloud, then it's okay. Now if I had bought in here, sold in there, because we're running on a 1 hour chart, we would have only made 4%. However, when do I decide to sell the coin using the Ichimoku cloud? So number one, basically the reverse of the other one, when the Tenkan goes below the Kujin, so that would be my indicator number one. When the span line has gone under the price, and of course, if I just take that out and see how it's gone under the cloud, it's even worse. So that would be indicator number two. And then as we can see, the price right here has gone, the price right here has gone under. the cloud. So those are my 3 selling indicators. And this would be number 3. Now, if I look at the cloud in this area and I check, because obviously when the cloud goes from green to red, it is obviously a bearish signal. I'm going to use my ruler again. We're going to see when. So if I go back 26, you will see that approximately, so it was probably around here. So approximately around here. So, okay, so there was one here, which would have said, okay, it's gone under. So that would have been your first indicator. Then the price went under. But then right around here, you would have seen this twist. So this twist would have told you the price is going to go under. And a lot of people say that once it starts going into the cloud, like imagine the cloud like a turbulent momentum in the trade or in the coin. Then once it goes in the cloud, it's just going to keep on going down. Whereas sometimes when it tries to go above the cloud, again, the red is turbulent times, then it kind of tries to go up and then it just goes back down again. So if you use these indicators, you can, I guess, foresee what the chart might do. And that's when you can decide, okay, I'm going to sell now before the price goes under the cloud or before the span line goes under the cloud. And I guess you decide that. But if you say the cloud, so if you say the cross has occurred, it's gone under the cloud, and so yeah, the span line's gone under the cloud, and with this one we also saw the twist, then we can obviously confirm that it's definitely gone under. Okay, let's go back. Sorry guys, just give me 1 second. Sorry guys for keeping you waiting. It's winter here in New Zealand and I had the heater on and I was getting way too hot. Okay, now I know this indicator can be quite daunting, it can be quite confusing, but if you follow those indicators and you stick to those indicators, then you should be able to find positive momentum, positive vibes within a chart and then decide when you're going to buy it. Now, I'm going to get rid of everything I've drawn on this chart for a very, very important note. Very crucial rule when you're looking at this method. We do not trade within the chart. So if you ever open a chart and you can see that there's like it's either moving up or it's moving down, that's an absolute no-no. So I would have never traded anywhere in this chart. Now this one was quite specific when it came to the hourly chart because it didn't really try, but up here somebody might have said, oh no, maybe it's going to break through, like here. No, absolute no-no. You should never trade within the chart, within the cloud, and you should wait until basically your setup has been confirmed. Okay, guys, I really hope this helps. Please leave any questions that you have in the comments. If there's anything at all that didn't make sense, if there's anything you need help with understanding moving forward, the idea is that you can use this indicator. Now, we don't use this indicator by themselves, but definitely if you set that up with something like the BOSS method or our previous video regarding RSI and MACD or a trend line, then it can definitely help you to make some nice profits, understanding the charts, and obviously empowering each and every one of you so that you can move forward with that. Guys, once again, thank you so much for your support. I'm really sorry for the guys who tried to watch my previous video. I hope this one will make much more sense. I will review it again because I don't want the same thing to happen twice, so I'll review it before I post it. But as I mentioned to you guys before, trading is a skill and you have to learn how to use each and every one of the techniques and indicators available to you. But at the same time, I know there are probably people right now going, oh my God, I made I don't know, 5%, 10%, 20% loss. Because when Bitcoin goes down, it usually takes a lot of the alts with it. But as I'm going to leave you these guys with this quote, never let a win go to your head or a loss to your heart. You can't take those losses. If you want to continue to trade, you've just got to, keep going, okay, on to the next trade. And if you win, don't ever think that because you won in one chart, then you're going to win in every chart. And, don't fall in love with those coins that you think, oh no, I'm going to hold them forever. Because you will. You will definitely miss out. So once again, guys, thank you so much for your support. Thank you for everybody who commented on the previous video. Hopefully this content is much better, clearer, and will allow you guys to learn how to use the indicator. Also, leave any comments and any details in the comments regarding any videos that you guys might want me to help you out with. Once again, thank you for your support. Hope this helps, guys. Happy trading, everyone. Talk to you soon.